Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Train Studio. I'm your host, Sean Morris. Tonight on the update for the Train Studio, I have for you just a few little things that I didn't get on last night's update. I did after the update and prior to this one. If you hear any barking, that's my friendly companions upstairs. But in terms of what I did on the table last night, I did some additional snow coverage, and it's going to be really, really hard to see, but if I get maybe down low, you guys can perhaps pick it up. But what I did is I came in, I put some slight rises in the snow just to create some very, very subtle undulations, and that's just going to add a little bit of additional variety to the snow. I decided to do that as opposed to making large flat areas. So it's very subtle, but you can see just adding in a little bit of variation under the snow, and we're only talking about maybe a millimeter at most. So I did that over the entire surface of the table on this side, and again you can kind of see some slight, just some berms here. Perhaps some wind-blown areas, some small accumulation. I did that over all of the surface on these 12 tiles, and then the tiles that were down here, I didn't actually do any of that yet. So this has still flat expanses, but these areas right here we've already talked about, and those are going to be the rises to add in the foliage and stuff like that. So again, put in some things last night, and that was on the update last night. But I was also asked by a viewer to include a vehicle. So I have this Tiger that's painted for the snow, and that is the Tiger there. And then I'll just stand up and move back so you guys can get a sense of actually how big the table is. So there is the one Tiger on the half of the table. And then if I grab this and place it down here, you can get a sense of how big the other half of the table is. So there you are. So as you can see, the table is quite large, a lot of playing surface, and I think you guys will really enjoy having a look at the table when it's all together. It's really too big for the studio for me to work on in full section. This is not a gaming room. This is my work studio. So obviously I can't put it all together as I near the end and I need to start putting things together. You guys will certainly start getting a pic of all of it together, but I'm going to keep you in suspense because I like to work on it in sections and then really bring it together, and it really sort of brings out what the table is supposed to look like. So, and it's a little surprise for me when I start putting things together, and a surprise for you guys on the other side of the camera. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, it's not that much to look at. I did put a few more rocks down if you're noticing that. Just saw a couple more spots. I was thinking about doing some different things. Certainly I got this large rock here, and that's kind of coming around this bend right here, so almost a reason to put the bend there. You didn't want to go through the rock kind of thing. And if you guys are seeing this, you'll notice that I did add a little bit of work to the waterway. So I've added in all this flex paste, like I said, coming down the banks and on the rocks and on the stone, and then again underneath the water there, or sorry, the bridge, and then coming down onto the stones there. So that's just starting to winterize it a little bit, giving it a little more of a wintry effect. I think you can tell from this that it's looking a little more wintry, but certainly the snow and adding all that's going to be really bringing it together. My plan for the buildings is it's a little scary because they're nicely painted now, but I am going to do the snow effect, obviously coming down on the roofs, and certainly all these bombed out areas. I will have some accumulation inside those, and then some snow filling the areas as well. Because the idea is that, like I said, it's an older bombardment. So, and then there's been a snowfall afterwards. So I don't want it to be like all freshly bombed and everything like that. I want to really make it look like it's been winterized, but at the same time, it's not a deep winter. There is going to be some exposed, parts of this of snow and mud and dirt and things like that. So it's going to be it's going to look neat, I think, guys. And again, this is my first winter table, so all this is brand new for me, so this is just a rookie project for me. But so far for my first snow table, I think it's coming along all right. Can I do better in the future? Likely. Will I try to do my best on this one? Obviously, that's a no-brainer. But hopefully, you guys are enjoying the product so far. The project so far. Many people have commented and said they do. I appreciate the comments, feedback, and if you guys have tips or tricks or want to see something cool or have a great idea, obviously share that in the comments, and I'll do my very best to include that, or at least entertain the idea of putting that on the table. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.